Hello minasan, konnichiwa, it's me Jelly once again and welcome to my YouTube channel. For today's episode, it's gonna be another learning video. For this video, I want to give you some tips on how to save money and survive here in Japan if you want to come here as a student. So please stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so that you'll be notified for my future video uploads. As you guys all know, or if you are new here in my channel, my name is Jelly. I am from the Philippines and I came here in Japan 5 years ago as a student. I studied Japanese in a Japanese language school, and after the program I was able to have a working visa, and I'm continuously living here in Japan. So before I came here, I didn't have any clue or idea on what are the things that I need to do so I can survive and save a lot of money, and how I wish I knew these things when I was still a student. So I wanna use this YouTube channel as a tool to help those aspiring people who wanted to come here as a student. So first on my list, I have listed out all the things I wanted to tell you guys, so I will not miss any of them. So the first in my list is, of course, food is very important, right? So, and that's something that we cannot really avoid, or we're not allowed to skip, because of course we're not gonna survive if we don't have food. So the most important thing is find a supermarket that sells cheap products. And I'm gonna tell you guys what are the supermarkets that sells cheap products. So this is based on my experience. Before, I used to live in Gifu, which is in near Nagoya, and right now I'm currently living in Osaka, which is in the Kansai region. So based on my experience, these are the supermarkets. So first one is Tamade supermarket. The next one is Lamu, and another one is Gyumu, Sunday, and Tako Ichi. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 supermarket that I would highly recommend for you guys to come and check out if you come here in Japan as a student. So right now, we are actually going to Lamu every time we go on a grocery shopping, because their products, the goods are way cheaper compared to other supermarket. Like especially with like meat, like chicken, beef, those kind of things, it's way cheaper. And another thing that I would advise is when you go grocery shopping, because right now in Japan, grocery shopping bag is no longer free. So I would suggest that you please bring your own shopping bag every time you do grocery shopping, because a plastic grocery shopping bag will actually cost you, from the smallest one is around 3 yen to up to 10 to 20 yen. So if you want to save money, please bring your own shopping bag. And the next one on my list is go to the supermarket at around 8 o'clock in the evening. Why? Because that's the time where the supermarket give discount. Yes, especially in the meat section, because in Japan, they want to make sure that they always offer like fresh produce, fresh meat. So they always try to dispose everything, in a day. So most of the time, they would give like 20% off or 30% off, and they would even give a 50% off. So that's also a big discount for you guys, and you can save a lot of money. Another thing in my list is 100 yen shops. So if, for example, you are worried that where can you get some home supplies like utensils, those kind of things, if you don't have that, you don't have to bring something from your country, because there are so many 100 yen shop that you can go to and buy those things that you need for your apartment, or the house that you will be living here in Japan. Yes, so you can buy anything from spoon, fork, plates, anything that you need. Yes, 100 yen is about, in the Philippines, it will cost you around this time with today's exchange rate, it's about 45 pesos. Yeah, so it's very cheap. So here are the 100 yen shops that are very famous here in Japan. So we have Daiso, that's the number one, and the next one is Syria. So please check that one out when you come here in Japan. Next one, if you're not really picky, if you want to save a lot of money, there are so many second-hand shops here or pre-loved shops here in Japan where you can buy a lot of things, especially clothes. Because in Japan, there are 4 seasons, right? There's winter, there's spring, there's summer, and there's fall. And of course, it means that you need to change the type of clothing that you're going to be wearing. So you might be thinking that, to bring some winter clothes. I would tell you guys you don't need to, because it will just add up to your luggage, and you don't want that. So you can actually buy them in a second-hand shop. Yes, and it's very cheap. Most of them, the cheap ones, they're 500 yen, there are even 100 yen, up to 1,000 yen. So it really depends on the quality and the brand, but they're also good, and of good quality. So you can go there. Even like appliances, like for example, rice cooker or maybe heater. So you can buy almost everything that you need as a starter here in Japan for your apartment. So the secondhand shops that are famous are Book Off, and the other one is Second Street. Okay, next in my list is join an FB group. So what do I mean is there are a lot of FB group that actually sells pre-loved items or used items, and there are other FB groups as well that actually just gives out their used items. So if you're again a person who is not very picky, so you can go check these FB groups. First on one of my list is Sayonara Sale. So you can type it in the FB search, Sayonara Sale. We have Kansai Sayonara Sale, Osaka Sayonara Sale, Kyoto Sayonara Sale, Tokyo Sayonara Sale. So whichever city you'll be living here in Japan, so you just type it there in the FB search, the city, and then Sayonara Sale, and they actually sell a lot of pre-loved items in a very, very cheap price. So check that one out. And another FB group that I would recommend is Mottainai. Yes, Mottainai group. So this Mottainai in Japanese means waste, right? So they don't sell, but they just give out things that they don't need. They don't need anymore. Because in Japan, it is actually very costly to throw on appliances. Let's say a sofa or a bed. It would cost you thousands. So what they do is they just give it out or they sell it online. And the next one in my list is cheap mobile provider. Yes, especially if because you don't know, because in Japan you need to have, it's very important, especially if you are a student, you need to have your own phone number. Why? Because if you are applying for a job, or if you have a job, if the company would need to call you or contact you, they would be contacting you through your number. So that's why it's very important to get you don't have to get a phone, but you need to have a phone number. So these are the cheap network provider that I would suggest. We have Rakuten, Line, Povo, and Ahamo. So if you have your phone in your country, just have it open line. It means that it's open to any, or it's open to any network provider. So you can just insert the SIM card and then you can use it. Right now I'm currently using, and which I would really recommend as well, I'm currently using Rakuten because it's very cheap. Yes, it's very, very cheap. If you only use like 1 gigabyte in 1 month, it's 0 yen. It means you're not gonna pay anything. But if you use, let's say, if you use 20 gigabyte, I think 20 gigabyte, you would only pay around 2,000 yen. But if you use more than 20 gigabyte in a month, the maximum payment is only 2,980 yen, which is very, very cheap. Way back 2016, when I was still a student, I didn't have any clue about this, but Rakuten back then did not exist yet. So what I did, because our school they're affiliated to some network provider. So the network provider came to our school and they offered this postpaid plan where you buy a phone, and at the same time there's already like you will have your own SIM card, and then you will have your internet as well. And at that time it was actually very, very expensive because I bought a phone, which I should not be doing it, but I didn't know back then. So I bought the phone, and it's a plan, and I paid around 15,000 yen every month, and that's a 2-year contract. So it's very, very expensive, for me as a student at that time. So, and if you don't have a phone, for example, there are also second-hand shops that you can buy phone, like the one I mentioned, the Second Street and the Book Off. They also sell second-hand or pre-loved phones. And the last one in my list is share apartment. Yes, but most likely your school will help you arrange for your apartment. But just in case they will not, find some friends where you can share your apartment with, so you're gonna save a lot of money. In our case before, we lived in an apartment. There's 3 rooms and there's 6 of us. So in one room there's two students in one room, and we paid 20,000 yen every month. It's a little bit expensive if you come to think of it, because it's 20 times 6 students, so that's 120,000 yen every month. But the good thing about it is it's the electricity and the gas are all free, so which is also really, really nice. But if you want to save more money, especially if you have some relatives or friends here where you can stay during your student program, that would be better to save a lot of money. So I think that's all the tips that I can give you guys. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I would be very happy to answer your questions. And I really hope that this video will help you, and good luck to your journey here as a student in Japan. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in my next vlog. Goodbye, minasan!